Hello and welcome to the Nova Show. I'm your host, Chris Nova. Welcome to the show. Here at the Nova Show, we do what I want when I want because it's my fucking show. Today on the Nova Show, we are setting up Linux on a tiny computer. Hello everyone. Welcome in. Welcome to the show. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you don't know what you are, welcome to the party. I'm your host, Chris Nova. The reason we're setting up Linux on a tiny computer today is because I have been running a cloud controller lab that we use for some Wi-Fi things here at the house. I've been running it on an Arch Linux computer, and it's finally just fatigued to the point where it's just too much of a pain in the ass to run on Arch anymore. And I'm going to move it over to this mini computer as a full-time home for the software to live out its days on an old Linux kernel. Ellipse says Pogs. I just installed Linux on my Pi Zero. So that's a good segue. So one of the things I was looking at before we got started was what fucking type of architecture is this thing? So I just went on Amazon and just dropped $100 on this mini PC that had good reviews. I know nothing about it, so we're gonna be figuring out. Sorry, I had the echo. I turned the echo off. But yeah, we're gonna be figuring out everything about it today, live on the show. How does it boot? How do we get Linux on it? Is it even gonna work? Does it even have a hard drive in it? Does it even have memory in it? I don't know. I know nothing about this thing. I just clicked buy. So we're gonna kind of be going down like the Iron Chef of Linux. We're just gonna see what we have and we're gonna make it work. And we'll see how I do. I figured if anybody could just slap together a Linux computer on a Saturday afternoon, it'd be me. So we'll see how this goes. So anyway, let's tell everybody hi. Hello everyone. Hello if you're here. Welcome to the show. I'm not back. It's summertime, so everybody knows I'm mountain climbing right now. I'm not stuck on the internet, which is good for me. But I am here now. And I didn't go anywhere. That's the thing that is really odd for me is I still sit right there every day. I go to work at GitHub I talk to people at GitHub every day. But I'm just not on the internet as much. But it feels good. It feels good. So let's see who we got in the chat. So hello everyone. Feel free. So again, if you're new here, hi, welcome to the show. Feel free to just say hello in the chat. You know, one of the things that we do here is we're we have a really supportive chat community. So if you have questions, if you want to introduce yourself, if you want to network, go for it. The chat is a safe space. Go for it. So feel free to say hi. I'll say hi back. I'm going to start at the top and go down. I'll tell everybody hi really quick and then we'll get into the show. There's a lot of people here. I can already tell who have been here before in the past, who've been following me for a long time. And yes, I'm very excited to see you all too. And I don't know, it's just good to see the gang again. I feel like we're all back together just for today. These little surprise Twitch streams of mine. It's been a crazy couple weeks, man. I've got some fucking updates for y'all. There's been some shit going on. I'm feeling great. I think so I'll give my update first for the class. My update, I am genuinely, I think, the happiest and in the best physical shape of my life. Of all 36 years I've been on this planet. Today, right now, in this moment, I am the healthiest and the happiest I have ever been in my life right now. I think so. I did a 20-mile run yesterday, and I also soloed Prussic Peak, a mountain, during the run, and it was a 5th class. I did a 5-7 solo up a 4-pitch trad route with no ropes, just by myself, and then got down and fucking ran out of the glacier zone and ran back to the car. And that was a Thursday. The weekend before, I did the North Ridge of Mount Stewart, which is this 50 classic climbs of North America, 2-day, 3,000 foot granite ridge line with a friend of mine. And that was beautiful, to say the least. And I did Mount Rainier. I did Liberty Bell. I've just been crushing them, just been knocking them down. And I got more coming up, so fuck the internet. I'm gonna go climb mountains. Y'all, if you can, if you're lucky enough, please also get outside if you can. Okay, so anyways, oh my god, what the fuck, barbecue cool is here. Mura Z4KI says Nova. Fohammer's here. Hey, Fo. Box464 is here. Hey, Box. Ellipse0934 says poggers. Danielle says, do you know about the new superconductor IK99? No, I don't. Feel free to share in the chat. I am Root is here. Hello. Oh, really quick. How's my microphone? Is it overdriven? Do I need to dial the gain back or anything? Or does my voice sound okay right now? Any audio files in the audience who can give me honest feedback on my microphone would be appreciated. I had a bad experience of buying an old Synology on Craigslist and knowing they're locked to DSM and old kernel Linux. Witch of Wintoss says hello. Standard Error says hello. Jimmy Arcanum says hello. Gannett is here. Hey, Gannett. Adiusa, good to see you. Hype for sure. Welcome back, Adiusa. Sin Bleed. I like the name. Sin Bleed. Sin, like Sin Packet, not like the 12 Deadly Sins. Like Sin, like SYN. Like short for Sync. Sin Bleed. Witch of Wintaw, Lips, Maddock, Jimmy, Josh. So let's see, Josh, 2001. U.S. government has been hiding their alien tech expedition for decades and claimed to have possession to UFO and alien biologics. What's your thoughts on this, Chris Nova? Fuck yeah. Okay, so let me put it this way. This world is fucked. Right? Think about the shit you've seen in your lifetime. Just like go back to when you were a kid, you know, in your mind right now. Go back to when you were a kid. So for me, this memory is like the world was a little bit more vivid. You know, the world was more colorful at this time. Maybe like a little more sepia tone in my brain. And I was like playing Mario, like old school Mario, like at like a friend's house, and just like sitting there, and like the sun was outside, and like that's like my you know, kind of childhood memory starting point, right? If I was to go back and think about the shit I've seen in my lifetime since then, between COVID and mountain climbing and death of my friends and love and running into people at airports and long lost friends and like friends become enemies and betrayal, like I have lived a fucking series of A+ video games and movies in my life. I would not be surprised if there was like yet another big like surprise, aliens are real, motherfuckers, and it just sweeps the planet, and it's like another thing we get to go through in our life. It wouldn't surprise me to the least. I would just sit here and just be like, whatever, popcorn. I believe the U.S. government is like doing some secret whatever. Like, yeah, of course the government has secrets. Are you kidding me? A company of 10 people has to operate with secrets. This is like a whole thing, especially in capitalism. Everybody has fucking secrets. You have secrets you don't tell people. That's, you know, there's things you don't tell people to like keep you safe and whatever. And then there's like a whole discussion about is it ethical or not, and like, yeah, we can get into that, but that's not for the show today. The point I'm trying to make is like, is the government good at keeping secrets? Let me put it this way. They're not good at doing anything. They can't even get healthcare, right? So like, do I think they're gonna be like this like really well operated, super secret Men in Black style like agency that's like operating like a tip-top pristine alien cover-up? Fuck no. It's like this shit has got to be like leaked all over the place. There's like faxes being sent on old broken fax machines. Like, come on, it's the fucking DMV we're talking about here. It's not the fucking Men in Black. Anyway, end rant. Voice is good, says Gannett. Current in the app development distribution, but I want to work on a Linux system admin. What do you think generally? Linux system admin is dead. Should I switch to DevOps? I read some articles. I mean, I don't know. I started out as a Linux admin and a networking gal. So I think, let me put it this way. Linux admin, you're going to learn the most and it'll be a good stepping stone. DevOps will be a demanding job. It will be a difficult job, but you'll get paid more. So like if you can get away with a year or two of Linux admin first, it'll be a good stepping stone for you. Right? If you want to like not do the crazy intense route, if you want a little more mellow, chill route, go Linux admin first. But like make it a goal to head to DevOps at the end. Let's see. DevOps is a new buzzword for sysadmin. I mean, so yeah, so the DevOps buzzword aside, I guess what I'm really thinking of is sysadmin as you administer somebody else's software. DevOps as you are tasked with creating your own software. Right? There's kind of a difference in my brain. I work as a platform engineer for building enterprise platforms on cloud. Yeah, said everybody ever. What do you think of the term platform architect? Well, I'll tell you what. So like that's been like my department for the past couple years in my career. Architecty, platformy junk. I don't know. I hate it all for different reasons, but um, I don't see people actually building platforms, and I don't see architects. How can I put this? I don't see very many effective architects. I see a lot of architects who love to talk and influence and thought lead and daydream and write Google Docs. And don't get me wrong, a lot of that's part of being an effective architect. But like, I don't see a lot of architects like getting shit done quarter after quarter, if that makes sense. I don't know. There's a balance between navel gazing and daydreaming idealistic systems versus just getting fucking shit done. Anyway, end rant. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at what I got going on today. So, welcome in everyone. I hope I've answered all your questions. If you have questions, just ask them. I'm happy to answer them. We can talk about whatever today. I'm in a good mood. But I am gonna try to get this thing done because I do need to get it done, and I want to go work in the garage. Big Jim says, this week I thought about you because I was building my first enterprise Grafana dashboard while taking inspiration from the Hackaderm public dashboard. No. I'm happy to talk about Hackaderm. What I don't want to talk about is any of the bullshit drama of the Fediverse. I'm happy to answer a few questions there, but like this, I don't want this to turn into Fedi drama. Everybody loses in that conversation. You know, that's been one of my big observations of social media in general. Anytime any dramatics go down, like big town pitchfork whatever style stuff, everybody loses. Everybody. I rarely see like a big dramatic internet fiasco. People look back on it and go, man, I'm really glad we did that. I mean, maybe once or twice a year, and there'll be a really good one, right? But like, for the most part, you're not seeing a lot of people like, man, that was really great. I'm really glad we all went and like dogpiled on this guy for like 6 months. And yeah, like the guy's an asshole, whoever it is we're talking. I have no questions there. That's not up for debate. I'm just like I just ain't got time. I'm gonna go climb mountains. So anyway, I love Hackaderm. I'm very proud of Hackaderm. I feel like they've done some really good things. They're doing a lot of challenging things too. That's the one thing that I don't think a lot of people realize is the amount of shit they do behind the scenes. And the amount of shit, like they'll work months, days, weeks and do the best they can with limited resources, and then like one thing will go wrong and the internet's like, well, you guys are fucking idiots, and it's just like, and I just watch them get so defeated because it's just a bunch of really good people, young queer people, you know, people volunteering, trying to get into the industry, working on Hackaderm, and I'm like, man, why are y'all beating these people up? That's just not cool. Is your account still nuked and locked? Actually, no, I just posted from it. I unlocked it a couple of months ago. I just like have excellent self-control. But I typed up a post and I posted to all 3 social media just like 10 minutes ago before I clicked go on Twitch. I'll probably delete them after I'm done streaming, but that was my way of hacking the 3 social medias just to let people know I was on Twitch. So I think I did one on Blue Sky, one on Hackaderm, and one on, I guess it's called X now, but whatever Twitter used to be. And I have no interest in engaging on any of them. I was basically just stealing the platform's ability to tell people I was streaming is really all I was using it for. Hello all? Yeah, I put the Nova signal up. Okay, so... Cool. Cool. So yeah, so anyway, so here's what we have. So we have this thing. We've got this, what is it? Melee overclock 3C mini PC. Have y'all heard of this before? Have y'all seen this before? We're gonna try to fire this thing up today. I have not, says, oh my god, what the fuck, barbecue, cool. So it had like medium reviews. It's like a shitty, I think it's made in China, like shitty PC. I think it's x86, which makes me excited. I hope it's a little x86, although it feels like it's a little ARM box. Anyway, it's just this little tiny computer. all I really did when I bought it was I like kept myself under a small budget, and I just looked at the ports, and I just said, yeah, that's got enough ports that I would be able to, you know, there's enough going on there. I should be able to figure something out and get like a little server online. So we'll figure it out. Cool. So that's all that's in the box. We've got a computer. Looks like a little sticky thing. Some rack mount ears, which maybe we'll actually try to stick this in the rack. And it looks like a power cable. Cool. I've heard some shady stuff from budget no-name PCs, but you know much about security. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna like hook the BIOS up to the computer, to the internet, right? This is gonna be an internal thing only. Whew. Also, like, I will keep an eye on the network for sure. So we'll see how it goes. So it's got a USB-C plug here. I guess you plug it in here. And then it's got HDMI out. It's got a USB-C out. It's got a headphone jack, an internet jack, and 3 USBs on the side. So we need to get it hooked up to an HDMI monitor, and we want a keyboard plugged in, and then we'll plug it into the wall. So let's go take a look at the BIOS, shall we? So the goal of today will basically just be getting this thing online, and then we can SSH into it, and then I'll do a screen share. How the fuck does this thing go? Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got the power plug. We got this. I want a separate VLAN for all IoT because I don't trust it. I mean, that's what we do. Well, we have several networks here at the house, some of which are even air-gapped from each other. But yeah, like it's all different VLAN numbers, and they're all completely isolated on layer 2. Missed the intro. What's the thing? We're trying to build a little cloud controller for the lab behind me. We have somebody who lives here at the house with us, and she needs to use Wi-Fi for some Kubernetes project she's doing for work, and so we're gonna set up a little micro UBNet thing for her. A mini PC fresh out of the box experience. Best time. Yeah, it's got that new shitty PC smell. Okay, so let me go back to the rack back here and see if we can hook this thing up. And maybe, you know what, I bet I can do? Let's see if I can't turn the camera here. Okay, cool. So we're gonna be trying to hook it up on the rack back over here. So we'll see how it goes. Drunk Master 1 says, hi Chris. Hey everyone, welcome in. So I'm gonna go try to fire this up, but I will be right back here in a second. Another thing, I did grab a new SSD. I guess we're putting an operating system on this, but we will see. Alright, I'm gonna go grab an HDMI cable and a keyboard. I'll be right back. Okay, so it's powering on. I have no idea what it's going to look like, and as soon as we get it online, I can screen share that to my computer here, but we'll have to kind of do the BIOS back and forth dance for a bit. Looks like we got raided by Drunk Master. Hey everyone. Does anybody want to look and see if this thing is ARM or x86 while I'm working on it? It's a Melee Overclock Series 3C. And I'm pretty sure it's booting Windows right now, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It seems it's an Intel Celeron, so x86. Okay, in that case, it's USB Linux making time. Oh yeah, that's definitely a Windows logo. And I love Microsoft RSUs. I don't necessarily love the operating system. Cool, 1 second. Gotta keep it corporate for GitHub. I mean, I don't know. GitHub's pretty supportive of me. Hey Slamp, how's it going? Bonjour. Where are you from? I am from nowhere and everywhere at the same time. I am the ghost that lives in the wires between you and the rest of the internet. I was talking to one of my friends recently, and I had to like send her a link, and she was like, Nova, should I click on this? Are you gonna hack my computer? And my response was, if I wanted to hack your computer, I would have already. She clicked the link. Okay, so we're building an x86. So I got my USB installed. So let's see what we got here. I think I'm gonna get Debian. We're gonna run Debian. What do y'all think? Should we run Debian? And that's when you hacked her. Yeah. So it's either Debian or Ubuntu. So this is gonna be, so I can't run Arch. I'm not running Arch on this because I want it to be like a device, and I don't want to have to update it all the time. So I want to find something that I can keep updated for a while. So I think it's either going to be Debian. So my the other device I have like this is FreeBSD. And the software I want to run does not have FreeBSD on it. It's either Debian or Ubuntu, guys. It's Debian flavor. Trust me, you all know I love Arch Linux. I have a fucking Arch Linux tattoo. Come on. +1 to Debian. So it's either Debian or it's Ubuntu. It's either Debian or it's Ubuntu. Oh, also I just realized that the echo was back. You guys gotta tell me when it echoes like this. But Debian is greater than Ubuntu. I see. All right, we're gonna go with Debian. So we want to get an x86. Download there. That looks like the one we want, doesn't it? A Debian net, and we don't want a net installer, do we? So tiny CDs, flexible USB sticks. We want this one. Here we go. So manifest, CD-ROM. Just net boot. So that's the actual kernel image. Why don't I just do this one? Not AM. Is it really only a 32-bit? I don't see AMD 64. Oh, it's the first one. Okay, I saw ARM 64 and I was like, what's going on? So we'll save this ISO. No, it's not only a 32-bit, it's a 64-bit. Well, according to whoever just looked up the chip, it is. Okay, so this is downloading. Let's open it really quick, shall we? So downloads. Am I the only one who's like Homestar Runner years old, where like every time they click on downloads, they just go down? I can't be the only one who's that old. So did this not... How do I view... Oh, it's right here. So we'll cancel this one. Okay, so we're 0 seconds left. It's done. Okay, so we're gonna move that. So let's jump in a terminal. And let me zoom in for folks. There we go. So we're gonna make dir. We're gonna make dir Debian, and we're gonna move this to Debian. And then there we go. So now let's do disks. How do we do disk format in Linux? Should I try to just do everything on the command line from memory? Do you guys think I can build an ISO from memory without Googling anything using just DD? I might be too old for this, y'all. I'm getting too old. You know what we can do? We can use Etcher and cheat. Build from source. I am too old to build from source. I got mountains to climb. So from file, if you can, you're a hero. I'm already a hero. I need a gyro. That's what I say when I want to go eat a gyro. Select target. So we have our flash drive. Select flash. Cool. Let's go take a look at whatever's going on back there now, shall we? Okay, I power cycled the PC. It was definitely Windows. We definitely don't want it to boot up. I'm gonna go check the BIOS and see what we got. So it's got Windows hard-coded into the BIOS as an option. I don't see an option to boot from UEFI or USB or anything. My hope is just because there's nothing attached right now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw this SD card in there just so we have something persistent in case there's not already storage in there. And then we're going to build this USB here, and then we're going to go try to boot it and install it on this SD card. We'll see if that works. What do y'all think? How does my plan sound? How does that plan sound? I think it sounds fucking great. I need some scissors. I don't know if I have any scissors handy. Let me go grab some scissors from the other room. We can do some scissors ASMR. Sounds good. I guess only for headphone users. Yeah, I don't know how my mic. I need to go like audit my mic. But anyway, I got my SSD out. Okay, and it looks like our USB is done. Cool, so we're done here. So we'll grab our USB, which is here, and we'll go throw it back in the thing, and we'll reboot it and get back into the BIOS and see what we see. So update, we're into the Debian graphic installer. And I'm just gonna go try to install Debian, and then we'll get an SSH server running, and then we'll SSH from this computer, and then we can finish doing the provisioning from here so you all can see what's going on. So it is a very exciting day. I wish I could. I'm trying to think, maybe if I like turn the lights down, it'll like be, you'll be able to see the screen. I don't know. It still looks like it's glowing. Hey Julie, how's it going? Anyway, I'm gonna go get this Debian installer just finished. I'll be right back. Just kidding. It's setting up the network with DHCP. So on RPi installer, we could set up SSH config during disk write, so I never had to hook up monitors to peripherals. Nice. I mean, I'm sure I could figure out how to do something similar here. I have that monitor and keyboard back there just for these types of situations, so it works out well. Okay, so it's complaining it's not on the network, so let me go grab a patch cable and patch it into the switch. 1 second. So we need a name for this one. So I name all of my computers after people like queer, stereotypical queer names. I need a good one. Oh, Fiona. We are formatting the disks now. Excited to see Bookworm for the first time. Who's Bookworm? What's Bookworm? Thank you for the follow, everyone. Welcome in. Installing the base system. The current Debian Bookworm release from July 22nd. Got it. I guess that's what we're installing then. I have no idea which version of the kernel we're gonna get. It's gonna be weird running an operating system that like just has an old kernel lying around. I deal with that shit at work, but I don't deal with it at home anymore. Cool. Hello, hello. Hope you're well. Hey, Hag Pets. Welcome in. Oh, good. We have more stuff to check out. Configuring the Debian 12 repositories for APT. Having an old Debian box lying around seems like the right move, doesn't it? Lunch is here. I gotta go. Good seeing you. We should hang out sometime. Yeah, Julie just messaged me on Signal. You know the drill. Cool. Let's see what it says. Cool. Got an SSH server installed and a desktop. So how's everybody out there on the internet? Now's a good time. If you have any questions for me, to drop them in chat. If it's a safe space, so if you have questions about me, the industry, the work I do, social media, computers in general, your career path, GitHub, what else can I speak about? Pretty much any of that. I'll let you know if there's anything I can't talk about. But if you have questions and they've just been irking at you and you want an answer, now's a great time to ask. Because I'm here and I'm chilling. Chris Nova, how did you find your interest niche in IT? Good question. I don't know. I've just always been a tinkerer. I think maybe it's my autism, my brain. I've just always... I guess I've always been frustrated that I could solve problems quickly with computers, and it seemed to take folks around me substantially longer. So I just kept doing it, and then like people like didn't believe me at first. They were like, "You can't fix that," and then like I would fix it, and they'd be like, "What? What?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, it just wasn't hard." And anyway, like I just kind of kept doing that my whole career. The industry kind of found me, I guess, is another way of saying it. Being trans and needing medication also was a big motivator. I think there's something to be said about like the transgender who needs HRT to successful Silicon Valley entrepreneur pipeline. I think I'm one of the first people to go through it, but I bet in the next decade we're going to see a whole bunch more of me's pop up in the world. That's my prediction. By 2030, there's going to be 100, 200, 500 Chris Novas. And they're all going to have similar stories. Grew up in the Midwest, couldn't get HRT, started to work for a consultant agency, pulled wire in a data center, found out I was a hacker, went through DevOps, became a software engineer, got promoted, quit, got angry, left the industry, came back. Now I'm a senior engineer. Now next thing you know, I'm running a company. Now I'm all of, like, it's just how this stuff happens. I know a dozen or so people in the pipeline. Is it possible to work at GitHub or Microsoft remotely for a Canadian? Yes, it's possible. Microsoft and GitHub both have people who work remote from Canada. Next question. Is it pragmatic? Can I get you a job? Those are better questions, but the answer is I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I'm really busy though. What do you think about PeerTube? Using it for live streaming. There's a big effort fixing it to be more optimized. I mean, so here's how I look at it. Like, I'm sure the project's fine. I don't know anything about the project. In general, I love the idea. I love it. If I could easily host my own stream setup and actually have people come, I would just do that. And if I had time, I would do that. And one of these days, I'm gonna retire. And when I retire, or at least go start a company or something, I'll probably just live stream everything, all of my work, all of it, all the time. But I'm not there right now. Maybe in a few years, maybe 2025, I'll do that. We'll see. Let's see what's going on. It's still installing software. But yeah, I love the idea of PeerTube. I think it's great. Yeah, I don't know anything about if it works well, if it's ethical, if the project is maintained well. I don't know anything about it. What do you prefer the most when thinking about the universe? What do you prefer the most when thinking about the universe? What do I prefer? I don't really prefer things. I guess when I'm thinking about the universe, the one thing I always want I just wish more people would find value in observation and reason, just in general. I would say that if more people would just exercise science, just the general technique of looking at something, being deliberate about their thought, about testing if it works or not, testing it, and then moving forward and answering questions. I think that general scientific approach, the world and universe would be better. Ideas for the eventual company? Yeah, I have two ideas. Probably something related to Aura. I actually meant more in the type of projects you do. Linux Dev Aura. I'm asking because I can't seem to find my place in IT. I mean, I don't know what I do for work anymore. As far as the company goes, I kind of want to build a new kernel and hook it up to AI. I just want to build an eBPF based kernel and just hook it up to AI and just have different artificial intelligence algorithms learn the behavior of your computer and generate binaries based off of how we could optimize the performance of your computer, and just take layer 2 and kernel runtime, so like a new abstraction. Layer 2, layer 3, and kernel runtime. So all network packets, all system calls. I want to build a data feed and then run it through an AI algorithm. Audit your shit. That's what I want to build. I mean, I could. So here's the problem. Here's the reason I'm not doing it. I don't have enough money saved up yet to do that. They call it building a nest egg. I hate capitalism, but that's what they call it. Anyway, before I can go do something like that, I need to like save up some money. But yeah, I've talked to investors about all my ideas, and there's no shortage of people who want to invest in me. Let me put it that way. Do you believe in AI? I've been skeptical. I've been using ultra big data analytics. Yeah, so here's my hot take on AI. Do I believe in AI? From a computer scientist perspective, shit checks out. It's quality technology. From a human perspective, nah, I don't think it's gonna be all that cool. Like, this is the distinction I wish more people could understand, was the difference between where humans fuck it up and where computers fuck it up. I think the computer part of AI is fine. I think the human part of it is where you start to lose me. But even then, it's still pretty okay. I think there's some ethics about IP and stuff, but even then I have obscure views and opinions on IP anyway. So I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes. Let me say something really bold, but really, really fucking real. I'm excited we're creating jobs again. There, that's the fucking hot take of the day. I'm just excited that the tech industry is creating jobs, and I'm in a position where I can give queer and marginalized people a chance to fucking make money and come out of this fucking hole. How's that for a hot take? End rant, end if. You guys remember when you used to have to end all your stuff? You know, end if, end while, end rant. All right, system's rebooting. BTO says, thank you for insight on both sides. Okay, here's my boot USB, and it looks like we got Linux system booting up over there in the back. I'd love a place for me to contribute. I haven't yet found out where. Ten 03221. So let's see. So control 3, terminal. Let's see. I'm in. Cool. So welcome to Debian 12, everybody. We're running a Linux 6. Oh, I gotta sit down for this. This is gonna be the exciting part. Now I actually get to do like my real work. I don't have to stand up anymore. Linux 6.1. Can y'all believe we're on Linux 6? Holy shit. What in my day? Holy fucking shit. Linux 6.1. No, I think I'm running 6.2 here at home. 6.3, look at that on my Arch Linux, almost 6.4. Well, I never. Can we all believe Debian is on Linux 6.1? I know. I used to play with Linux 0.18. Time is a wonderful thing. I'm still convinced there's nonlinear time on this planet. I'm not really this old. This is just the current iteration of my life, but I've already lived this. This has already happened. This is why I leave little presents for my future self and my past self. I'm constantly fucking with myself. It's awesome. Once you realize that you are aware of nonlinear time, your whole life changes. You become like a superhuman. It's awesome. Anyway, so here we go. So we have Novix at Fiona. So what do we want to do? We want to apt-get update. Sudo ebash. Okay, so can I hold on, switch user root? There we go. Okay, cool. So I can do that. And so let's now go to, I think I have Ben, and don't I have like a, I thought I had like a provisioning script I had written at one point. What's old.so? These old.shared objects? Yeah. Okay, so archive, aura, bin, books, go, GitHub, Linux, the Nova Show. Where would I have put my Novix provisioner? Host me, MOTD, load test remote. Novix remote from here. That looks right. Used for spawning this local copy of Novix to a remote. Novix remote from here. Okay, so let's do this. Novix remote from here. Root at, what was the, this? Okay, so it's Novix remote from here. Root at this. I bet SSH root is disabled. So let's go do this. Hello, whoever just joined or followed or whatever that noise was. Oh, subscription, thank you. You may find it inspiring, says last change. Awesome. Okay, so I can switch user to root. And I can go to SSH, right? And it's SSH deconfig. Emacs not found. Well, there's our first problem. Let's install Emacs. Who is the best hacker in the world? The best hacker in the world is nobody you've heard of. By definition, if you've heard of them, they're a shitty hacker. This is why I maintain that the best hackers are actually the worst hackers, because you know about them. Okay, so let's Emacs SSH deconfig. Here we go. So permit root login, prohibit password. Yes. Okay. Systemctl restart SSHD. Exit. Exit. There we go. Why do I need to type my password this much? Oh, because these are all independent S copies. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, closer. What was that error we just got? Secrets RC, no such file or directory. That's okay. So let's list. Let's. And how do I, let's see, cat SSH ID RS, what key am I using? I'm using ID, it's an elliptical key 259.pub. Here we go. So we will, let's see. Cat this, and we will I'll just go write it manually, whatever. Switch user root, and we will Emacs and we will chmod 600 authorized keys. So that should speed this up. There we go, much faster. And then we're getting this please enter a host name. An error. What script is this running? So it copies files. Okay, so, and then wait, what does it run at the end? Let's see. It runs touch varlog and sudo e make install. Okay, so it runs make, it's in the make file? Why the, what? Okay. Install Novix on the local workstation. Do y'all remember me writing any of this code? I have no memory of writing this fucking code. I have zero fucking memory of writing any of this. But it's here. I guess it's here. I need to add myself to sudoers. So let's do this. So Emacs. Emacs etc, or let's do this. Editor equals Emacs vi sudo. What? Fine. Emacs etc ssh config. Sudoers. So it's buffer is read only. How do I? Okay, apt get install vi sudo. Good. Debian missing vi sudo. On Debian Buster. Okay, so we want to do this. Editor equals Emacs There we go. Okay, so we will add Nova Pants here. And it's going to be Novix all equals all no pass. I think that's right. Let's see. No. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so that's done. So now let's make sudo e make install. Here we go. Please enter a host name. So this host name is Fiona. Unexpected error on makefile line 25. Lib install. Of course, there's a lib file. Let's see. This is seriously, I have no recollection of writing these scripts, and look how polished they are. I would trust this script. This looks like somebody who wrote this knew what they were doing. It was on what line? 25? Please enter a host name. Read RIH. Copy star Etsy. I think it's pretty much done. I think that script. Look how polished the script is. Breaks, doesn't work. I know. I know. Okay. So anyway, so I think this is pretty much good for now. Let's make sure that this works. Oh, and so we'll SSH Novix at this. Sudo e bash, very good. And then we will copy auth or SSH authorize. So chown Novix star chmod 600 star, and that looks good to me. So we should now be able to just SSH straight in. Good. And we should be able to sudo up. Good. And let's now set up the cloud controller. So I found this here, but we want to set up the UniFi controller Debian. Deploy a fresh server. Okay, so add the Mongo. So we have to set up a MongoDB database. This is why I want it on its own device, is because I just want this to be like a little independent stateful device that I just keeps all my state on it and stays off the internet. That's all. I'm just tired of running it on my workstation, because then I like have to download Mongo on my local computer and compile Java and blah blah, and it's just such a pain in the ass because I use it for other stuff, and I'm just like, I just am tired of crossing the streams. Okay, so anyway, so we'll just get this done. So let's, for version 3.6 or below to the sources list, because UniFi controller supports version 4.0 for now. So we'll do this. We're going to try to transfer my state over here too, but we'll see if it works. Okay, so echo deb repo blah 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 to sudo t app sources list. Okay, that looks good to me. Okay. Download the repository verification key. Okay. Okay. Add the Java 8 repo. Open JDK Deb bullseye. Do I still want bullseye main or do I change that? I think I might be change that. Okay. We'll keep it for now. So we're going to add the key. That one looks good. Apt key. Okay. So update. Add the OpenJDK. Okay. Okay, installing this. So now we add the controller Debian repo. I feel like I already did this, but whatever. Cool. So add the UniFi GPG keys. Okay. Update UniFi Mongod. Okay. So this is apt. Or sorry, sudo apt update. Okay. Apt install UniFi. Is that what the -y is for? Apt install. So we want, but it's not installable. So here's the Mongo, here's this. Okay, so that's fine. So why are we still... Depends. Pin MongoDB to version 3.6 in apt. From Novix at Fiona. How did it went to sleep? I think it's suspended because my screen timed out. So hold on, let's see. Okay, yeah, it's still there. There we go. Okay, it's back. So all I did was unplug the HDMI and the keyboard, and now it's like in server mode, which is cool. Okay. There's a MongoDB repo to be added. Is it up to date? I thought I already added it. Maybe. Greater than and equal to. But it's not installable. I think you did, but maybe there's a mismatch. I mean, we can just try to build this from scratch, too. Cat Etsy app preferences 3.6. Hey Benson, what's up? Shiny new networking gear? Yeah, well, I got a little shitty mini PC that's going to turn into my cloud controller. So how do I install this is the question. I don't run Debian. I don't know how to fucking run Debian packages. Open JDK 11. What's the question? How do I install the things I need? Basically, I'm just fighting with the apt installer and I'm trying to figure out what Debian expects you to do. So we were following this blog. So the other one says we can basically try this. Add these two repos, and then we should be able to, let's see what it says. So yeah, so it's basically, now that we're trying to install UniFi, it's like, it depends on this MongoDB server, but it's not installable. Could it be that one source was for Bookworm and one for Bullseye? That's kind of what I was thinking, right? Remember we saw that earlier? So I think we just change this to Bookworm, right? So now we have Bookworm release in release. Bookworm does not have a release file. Yeah, I can just install it that way. But that still doesn't answer my... So this was Bullseye. libSSL. OpenSSL? Is an OpenSSL dev? This is similar to the problems I was running on Arch Linux, but I guess once we get them fixed here, they'll be fixed forever and I never have to threaten breaking. So the reason that we're moving this to its own computer is because I had to fight with all of these old dependencies on Arch all the time, and then it ended up borking my system because I would need like an old version of SSL, and like I'm working on the kernel. I don't want to be fucking around with old versions of SSL on my desktop. So anyway, let's see. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. So we're on Fiona. So the other thing we can do is we can apt install UniFi. So let's see this. UniFi Debian bookworm. Okay. Open JDK 17 JDK headless is present, but are only supported on Java 11. Man's as to the Mongo question, you should stick to what you by UniFi. Okay. Mongo CE36 on Bookworm. Interesting. Debian, this is so this is Debian Bullseye. Java dash version. So I'm gonna actually try this. So let's add this key. Open JDK 8 JRE headless. So can we at least get MongoDB org server maybe? Let's see. libSSL, so closer. So how do we get greater than or equal to 1? Let's see. OpenSSL devel. libSSL dev. There we go. So what? So I don't understand. Why did you Adoptium have updated their URL? I don't understand why you sent that to me. Echo deb signed keyrings Adoptium. Yeah, you're not making any sense. I'm not gonna paste just commands from Twitch chat into my terminal. I'm sorry. If you can't articulate why you're telling me what you're telling me, I'm not gonna do it. But thanks though. I don't, why are you even Adoptium open JDK? So you're saying when I added these repo lists earlier, that they updated their URL. So let me see your command. Echo dub signed keyreens. You put this awk command together. Deb awk version code. No installation candidate. OpenJDK 11 JRE headless. Okay, so you have held broken packages. So we were editing the MongoDB. You know what? I'm going to Etsy apt sources. We're gonna nuke them all. Apt update. Okay, so we'll add this one. Adoptium. Okay. That one looks fine. We can build libSSL 1.1 from scratch. That's fine. Okay, so cat Optium. You need the keyring. I don't understand what that means. I need what keyring? Can you be more specific? This says make the directory for the keyrings. Get the keyring. And add it. Okay, so that looks good. That repo is updated. So let's apt install UniFi. Should be not found. Okay, so let's now figure out the right UniFi repo. Okay, so here's the UniFi list. Okay, that looks fine. And add the GPG verification key for the UniFi now. Okay, and apt update. Okay, so far so good. And apt install UniFi. Okay. So now let's start to figure out how to fix these. Hayes_, thanks for the subscription. Okay, so let's start off with this one first. So we're not going to focus on SSL. We're going to focus on the OpenJDK first. So there is now I found links. Package binaries are here. Cool. So what's going to be the easiest way? So how do we add this? Bytes. Download binary package, source package mirror. Can I just open? Can I just do this? And just open the Debian file? How do you open it? How do you install a Debian file from a Debian? Install Debian file. Dpackage my.deb, of course. That sounds very familiar. Okay, so dpackage. You run it on Debian, they said. You won't have to build anything from scratch, they said. AMD 64, so I downloaded the wrong one. So that's ARM64.deb. Here's AMD 64.deb. Okay. So let me remove that one. Links download here. There's this one. Okay, CA certificates Java not installed. That's a good sign. So we have seen that. And a different blog. So app, god damn it. To turn that off. We'll have to reboot it, and it'll reboot in like... Alright, while we wait for this, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. We're back. We're back. Okay, so it was, what were we gonna install? This thing. Nice. Okay. Oh, cool. So now let's apt install UniFi and see if that dependency error goes away. It should just be Mongo now. Okay, good. So now we just got to figure out how to fix Mongo, and then we're off to the races. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so let's go figure out what's up with Mongo. So these folks are saying the Mongo 3.6 verification key. And Muraz, why is it turning off? Is it a power issue, a setting? Yeah, I don't know. I'll check the BIOS, and then my hope is that if I reboot it without an HDMI connected, it'll think that it's just in like it won't start an X server or whatever. Packages, Debian search, OpenJDK 11 JRE headless. We already have that dependency. We don't need that one anymore. That one's done. Next fucking dependency, the Mongo one. Okay, so we're gonna go. So this is Debian stretch. So supports versions below this for now. So this is versions below. So let's do install Mongo 3.6 Debian. God damn it. Somebody kick fucking Joe out of my fucking Twitch. I'm sure this is a dumb question, Nova, but isn't there a Docker container that does all of this for you? There is, but then I also have to deal with Docker, which, candidly, like, I ain't got time. Also, I want to have persistent state, and I don't want to also have to remind myself how to manage Docker volumes every time I want to go update the database. That might be easier. How's life, Joe? Are you still sick? Rachel was telling me you were super sick. We had a really good time on our run. This is how I do things also about Docker. No, I'm not fucking with Docker, you guys. That's gonna make me angrier. We just want regular old. I'm recovered, tested negative yesterday, so now just cleaning the house up. Nice. Yeah, so Q and Olga are at Barbie right now, and I got the house to myself, so I'm streaming. I'm also, I don't know if Rachel told you, but my IT bands and my legs are fucked, so I am kind of on house arrest for the next few days. I'm not allowed to climb. I'm glad you're feeling better. Okay, so do install MongoDB Debian 12. See what their strategy was. So they just basically just do this. So it's likely you're using may not be supported from the archived release pages. Because Mongo's written in C, so it's going to compile to... I'm going to start my own Twitch channel called ASMR Docker. It'll be Docker, but relaxing. I would follow that. I would follow that channel. IT band information. Yeah, my IT band is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Okay, so here's an old download. So if we can find an old... Here we go. Here's a server package. This is the Mongo's org server, amd64.deb. Copy link. Address. How did your IT band get fucked from climbing? I think climbing and running. I don't know. I was telling people earlier, right now I am in, I think, the best shape of my lifetime. I think I am in better shape today than I've ever been, ever in my life. And so, needless to say, I have been climbing way too many mountains recently. And I'm not just like going and doing these little walk-ups. I'm like climbing real big kid mountains now. And yeah, it's taking a toll on my body. So MongoDB org server. See, that's 6.0.7. We don't want that. No, so we want, how far down does this thing go? Oh my god. 4, so we need before 3, we need 3.6.19, 3.6.20, 21, 22. So we'll get 3.6.22. Debian server package. Here, copy link address. RMRF this. Jobita says, Rachel said you were killing it, kicked her butt, and you did bonus climbs. I did do a bonus climb. I did Prussic Peak. It was super fun. So depackage -I this 3.6.2. Let's see what he yells at me for. Package libssl 1.0.0.0. Okay, cool. So we're off to a good start. So let's now get libssl 1.0.0. Is obsolete, so however you can install Debian snaps on AMD 64. Cool. Copy pasta baby. Is there a cheap multi-layer switch? I have the UniFi gear and I don't know. I go back and forth on it. It's okay. Depends on multi-art support. What did I add? Snapshot Debian. AMD64.dev. Hey Arjun. This is then install. Okay, so this is how you get the Debian package. DJ Turfy says, Nova, I'm about to start comp sci with the goal of getting into graphics. Should I invest in Linux? Well, so Linux is an open source project, which means by definition there's no ownership. In fact, it's owned by the general public. That's the whole point of how the Linux open source project is governed, by a illustriously wonderful foundation known as the Linux Foundation. Now, with that being said, because there's no ownership, it doesn't fucking exist as far as value goes. So you can't invest in it. You can't fucking buy Linux stock. What you can do is you can buy stock in companies who work with Linux, but Linux itself is as open as they come. It is as free and readily available as the air that you breathe. So anyway, should I invest in Linux? I'm going to read that question as, should you use Linux? And this is the one piece of advice I give people, regardless of how old they are in their career or their journey. If you start running Linux, it's going to start a rabbit hole of computer science and software engineering interests that, in my opinion, will always pay dividends. Whether that's with your career, just how you view the world, the people you meet, I think it just, no matter what, it's always going to work out for you in the end. So my advice is always, 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 always start with Linux. I've been giving that advice for over a decade, and it's never failed me. So strong suggestion to go learn Linux. If you want to do backend stuff, game servers, then yes. But agree with Nova that you learn a lot in going down the rabbit hole. Okay, thanks. Yeah. So and this is the whole thing. It's like when I started my career, I had a really simplistic worldview. It was like, if I learn Linux, will I make money? And it's like, I mean, yeah, kinda. But like, there's like, that's a good way to start, but that's not the full picture. But like, yeah, in general, if you learn an open source tool like Linux, it's going to teach you how the rest of the community works, which is going to teach you how to engage with people. So that's going to teach you like the socio and the psychological skills you need to like be successful in your career. Additionally, it's going to teach you how to tinker, how to be a hacker, how to solve problems, how to be self-sufficient. You need all that to be a good engineer, right? I don't care. I don't give a fuck what level or grade you are in this world. If you can't turn a problem into a solution, you're not, that's the whole job here. And so like, very much would influence you for the better, in my opinion. Oh, hey Joe, hey Benson. So Benson and I have been hanging out together. We went and did Mount Hood the other day. In our industry, no matter what you do, you'll have to learn on the job. It's about learning anything specific technology, but rather how to learn and figure stuff out. That's right. Software is learning how to hit your head on the wall until you figure it out. Hey Prahab. And Yannervite says agree. But yeah, you got to be able to solve problems. That's like the thing. Okay, speaking of solving problems, we need to get not libcrypto. We want libssldev 1.0.0 ubuntu amd64.deb. Copy link address. Cool. And here we want wget. Okay, so rmrf libssl this. We want wget this. Software is learning how to hit your head on the wall until you figure it out. Prahab says welcome back. Hegpet says Joe speaks fax with the fax machine emoji. Probhat exit 0. Don't take on any of the 1.0 libssl, only 1.1. ABI and ABI is different. Yeah, I know the binary interface is different, but we need 1.0.0. That was, see, 1.0.0. So dpackage-i libssl 1.0.1 f1 ubuntu.deb. Package zlib. Oh, we have to be able to do the archivey thing with the z archive stuff. Or sorry, not wget. Apt install this. Depends. Oh my god. Mongo org server. So how do I remove So apt remove to correct these. I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll see what it says. So UniFi. Okay, so Mongo org server greater than 2.6, less than 4.0. So we need to get that installed. So we should have that here. So we want to depackage -i mongodb -deb. Okay, and so now we're back here to libssl. So and this one is not installed. So do I need to go find this one now? We're back here where we just were. So let's see. So this is apt install this, and then we get this error again. Okay, so let me fix this one more time, and then we'll go fix this zlib thing. Broken. There you go. Okay, so fix that. It'll uninstall the Mongo. And where was our zlib here? Depackage libssl. However, package libssl 1.0.0 is not installed. This is 1.0.1. Okay, so now we need libssl 1.0.0 debug. We don't want the debug symbols. OpenSSL. I think it's this one, udeb. Copy link address. Here we go. Okay, so there we go. So wget this and depackage -i lib slamp says can I just get OpenSSL 1.0.0 and just be done with this? And it'll just get everything? I feel like that's the thing to do. AMD.deb. I think I just want to grab this one. Do you daily drive Linux? Yeah, but not Debian. I usually just run Arch. Package libssl 1.0.0 not installed. Downgrading OpenSSL might break SSH, yeah. This is 1.0.1. Can I just build it from source? So OpenSSL download source. This is what I do on Arch. That's 3.1.0. So we're gonna have, this is before they move to the GitHub thing, so. OpenSSL. So I think I can actually do this. Copy link address. And I think I can do. There we go. So it was this. There you go. Okay, so wget this tar xcf. Where are you? OpenSSL -1 tar.gz. Okay, so configure. This is how many times in my life I've had to build OpenSSL from scratch. So why Debian instead of Arch? Honestly, the reason I wanted to do Debian instead of Arch is because I knew that this thing that I was installing had all these old dependencies, and I thought it was going to be easier on Debian. But here we are. Also, I know that if it's Debian, I'm not going to try to use it for other things around the house. So once I get this working, I'm just not going to touch it. That's my goal. Ooh. Why not use Docker? Get the fuck off my Twitch channel. You and Joe can go hang out. No, okay, so here's the real reason I'm not using Docker. Number one, it's a stateful app. Number two, I don't want to also have to manage a Docker install on top of everything else. Number three, there's no good Docker image for this. So there is a Docker image out there, but I've tried it. It doesn't work that well. The MongoDB dependency problem is still present in the Docker image, and it's running on, I want to say it's running on like Alpine, and it installs all these other dependencies. And anyway, I just couldn't get the thing to work. And so if I'm going to be building a network device, I'm just going to run it on bare metal so I can audit the kernel and just know what's going on. And hopefully, if I can figure this out today, I'm not going to be touching this thing very often in the future. Okay, so there's OpenSSL. Podman. Okay, that might have actually worked. So let's see. So let's now Mongo. Let's see what this says. libSSL not installed. Hotman's already installed. Let's see this error one more time. CMS pod around line 457. So many why questions. Yeah, this is what you get when you have a girl on the internet installing stuff on Linux. Every bro in the world has to come and question the reasons why. Explain to me what you're trying to accomplish, and let me tell you why your approach is wrong and my approach is better. Said every man on the internet ever. Me, a self-righteous woman, like, it's not about how I'm getting to the approach. It's about what I learn along the way that will allow me to rip you off and outperform you at the end of the day. Oh, OpenSSL 1.1.1 u.tar.gc. So this is 3.0.9. Do we get libSSL with OpenSSL? That's the question. This is 3. One dot. So this is 1.1.1. You are courageous, though. I don't know if I would have had the courage to just look for those dependencies myself. I mean, I don't know if I'm courageous. I'm just stubborn. I would say I'm stubborn. Okay, so this is libSSL 1.0.0 for Ubuntu. It's a Debian package. Please solve CAPTCHA. Dinosaur. So that's a dinosaur, that's a dinosaur, that's a dinosaur. So libSSL. AMD. Copy link address. No, it's Mongo that needs this. Forbidden. ARM AMD 64. Two in Ubuntu. So this is Ubuntu 5.13. I'm gonna try this one. Yeah, none of these are working. So the other thing is I guess I could use Docker to run the Mongo server. See, and now I'm like, now I have to run Docker. Now I have to do Docker volumes. And now I have to copy state and edit the Docker file and build the Docker image. And it's just like, I'm like, that's going to be the same amount of work as building OpenSSL from scratch, but with twice the amount of dependencies at the end of the day to manage. You're not selling me on it. libSSL 1.0.0. Let's see if there's a link here. There's a Debian snapshot for it. Hey, that one's working. So that was libssl.21. Multi-arch support is not installed. So do I do this? Ignore depends. Is there ignore pre-depends? Of course. There's force. I wouldn't have had the patience for the dependency hell and would have just installed an older Debian OS where the old packages were available. No, because I want to keep it updated. I want the kernel to be updated, unfortunately. Just realized this guide was 5 years old. Yeah, you're fine. I mean, I could put an old version of Debian on here. Although I feel like we should be able to get this to work. Let's see, pod to man. Let's see if there's any like quick one-liners here. Cool, and so now let's MongoDB. There we go. Got it. So here's what I did. I did the OpenSSL pod to man. I googled for a quick one-liner and found there was a make target called install _SW, which installs OpenSSL without the man pages. So it put the shared objects where it needs to go, and now my D package worked for MongoDB. So that actually did it. So the answer here was build OpenSSL from scratch and use install _SW. Okay, so MongoDB is now installed. So now we UniFi. Okay, so we're getting closer. The following packages, oh, so let's run this again. Okay, so we're still here. So we're looking for MongoDB org server less than 4.0. And so we think that should do it. So D package this thing. libssl is not installed. I thought I just installed it. OpenSSL here. Make install Okay, and depackage. libssl AMD 64. Why do we need... This is a more up-to-date one, so let's see. So this is saying... So you're saying try this one. And let's go to Etsy apps sources list.d Emacs UniFi list. So this is Ubiquity. And you're saying do this. And app update. Okay, and so RM UniFi list. Have to update. Okay. God damn it. I want to reboot this thing so bad. It's suspended. Yes, for the 20th time. We believe it's suspending because when I turned it on in HDMI mode. It connected an Xorg server, and now it's not doing anything, so it feels like it needs to go to sleep. Once I reboot it, it will hopefully solve the problem. However, I really don't want to reboot this thing while I'm in the middle of building OpenSSL shit on it, because I don't want to break it. Okay. So, we were... Yep, got it. No, it's cool. If you didn't get it, somebody's going to ask again in literally 30 seconds, and I'll have to explain it again. So, it's cool if you didn't get it, too. Okay, so apt update. There we go. There we go. So... Add our key. So if we run our apt install UniFi Y, and we do this again, will be removed MongoDB org server. So it's installed. So we'll remove it. And we're back here again. So we need to get a MongoDB. Okay. So we think that that's going to add the MongoDB repo we need. UniFi. We think that good. Depends on 1.0.2 greater than beta. Which is way easier to find. That's actually why I asked the first question. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. Open SSL 1.0.2 beta 3. Here's libssl dev 1.02 amd64.deb. Copy link address. Okay. How does libssl? Hey, Mihai. Package. Oh my god. I'm just doing OpenSSL. I'm so done with this. OpenSSL 1.2 amd64.deb. Copy link address. Do I really have to do each one of these manually? What is it? libcrypto100 UDAB. One dot 1.0.2, Ubuntu 420, 227 AMD. I think we want this one. Depackage dash I libcrypto. libc6 UDAB, of course. So the other approach is we install an older operating system. Do we just want to get an older version of Debian? And just be done with this thing? Goodness gracious. Try the easy install script. What easy install script? Or virtual? No, because if I have to virtualize it, then I'm in the same position I'm in with Docker, where now I have to also be a fucking hypervisor manager. I'm not kidding. Let's go look at it. It's got Bookworm on here. Let's see. Failed to install NetTools. So far off to a great start. Ah, that's why. So let's just fix everything and then we'll run this thing again. Oh good, it's installing curl. Bagder would be so happy. Yes. How many times is this gonna run apt-get update? See, now we're upgrading. Preparing MongoDB. Let's see how far this one gets. Just upgrade auto remove. What? I hope this works. I just want this thing to be done. Good script if you found it. Good job. Also, we'll have to like go send some sparkle points to whoever wrote this. The Have You No Boundaries script. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's working. Let's see, netstat, open. Should be 8080, I think. Yeah, it's right here. Java on 8443, so what's my IP address? So, here's the real question. Let's see. This is where... There you go, it works. Wow, good job. Why is it not the first result in the web? Does clean exist? Yeah. We'll move UniFi to home, and we'll just get rid of all of those. Boom. So we'll move UniFi to... Great work. Okay, so now here's the hard part. So now we have to systemctl stop UniFi. We'll stop it. Okay, this is gonna be the scary one. So we go to var lib UniFi on Emma. Data db, here we go. Okay, so we got to move this. It's all wire tiger. I don't know if this is, we might have to rebuild the whole network. We'll see. So we're going to go to var lib UniFi db. No, it's here. Okay, so let's just db, we'll move this to db.original. Okay, and we want to copy recursive verbose db to root at, what's her IP address? This thing. 221, right? Yeah, 221/var lib UniFi data db. No such file. Okay. So hopefully the data transfer will work. That would be cool, right? This is why I didn't want to fuck with Dockers, because this process would have taken forever to like figure out how to mount this into a Docker file and do volumes. I don't know why I'm so anti-Docker volumes, but I just, it's just all such a pain in the ass. It reminds me of Cloud Foundry anymore. Like anytime I want to do it, it's like, click here to buy our fucking webinar for $299.99. And I'm just like, I just don't care. You've reached that phase of the hype cycle where this technology is now more, it's like watching TV. It's like there's too many ads for it to be useful anymore. I'd rather just be naive at this point. This is what happens to me with all technology. I feel the same way about VMs anymore. So I'm like, if I'm not running my own hypervisor, then like it just doesn't matter. But that's just my opinion, for what it's worth. Okay. Do you ever get cold called by the various companies that sell you Kubernetes stuff? In ways you wouldn't even understand. Like, I don't get cold called anymore. I get cold pitched these days. You get pitch slapped. Was actually had one just the other day. Okay, so let's see if this works. System cuddle. Let's see. So DB should have perfect. So system cuddle start UniFi. Maybe? It'll probably fail. Let's see. I guess my hope here is that it's like just doing something in the background. So SSH. I had a first yesterday from a company starting with a W. My reply was, you all people should know better by now, and I hung up on them. A company starting with a W? Yeah, I don't know. Looks like it started. Okay, and so this is what I was getting on my Arch Linux computer. Was this my mother of God? Okay, I'm gonna reboot this thing. Let's see if we can't get back on it. Hey, I was just thinking about you. I'm Twitch streaming. Hey. You want to come tell people hi? I love you.
How long are you gonna be Twitch streaming for?
I'm almost done.
Okay.
How was your movie?
It was good.
Cool.
We watched Barbie.
Yeah.
Barbie. Hi, Miraz. And last change.
To the mic.
Hello, hello.
Arjun was here earlier.
Barbie was adorable and it was awesome.
Been trying to get the internet stuff fixed for us. We'll take the internet down later today a little bit, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna show people here. Cool.
Boop, boop. Bye.
Love you. Cool. So we're logged in. So system, let's see. System cuddle status UniFi. Okay, so it's running bar log UniFi. sudo e bash. DB server stops. Okay. So I think the problem here is we have a fucked. I think my data is just broken. Permission denied. Lib UniFi. Oh, I bet it's because it's the wrong user. So we got one more thing we can try. var lib UniFi. Okay, so change directory to db.original lsla. This should be UniFi and lsla. There it is. So chown UniFi dash r db. Systemctl restart UniFi. Change directory to var log UniFi lf star. I'll be right back. Wait for those commands to finish. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we're getting some fatal assertions here. DB server stopped. Metadata corruption detected. So I think my data is just fucked. Which, if I rebuild my network, this will be the last time I do it because we know it'll be on that SD card. So I think we're just going to rebuild the network from scratch. Which means I need to stop streaming Twitch because I'm going to have to go and cycle access points at the house and everything. So I'm done. I'm going to go tell Q hi, go spend some time with my family, and we're going to set this thing up. Well, actually, I guess there's one more small thing I can do. So we're going to go here to UniFi. We know we have the data on here, so it's at least backed up. That might deal with version skew. Yeah, there's a cloud backup and restore. I'm going to try that as well. But I think it's just time to just audit the family network, right? Like, and just go and just fucking wipe everything and just kind of be done. If that's the problem. You can also download an archive. I have a backup archive from the old cloud controller as well. But either way, I'm going to do all that not when I'm streaming because the last thing I want to do is start cycling network gear while I'm on the air. But yeah, I hear you, Joe. Also, Joe, I miss you. We should hang out. We need to go do steak and whiskey. Well, you drink whiskey, I'll drink Diet Coke, but you know what I mean. We should go do steak. I would invite you to go on like a 20-mile run and a mountain climb, but unfortunately, I think you're going to want to just maybe sit around and bitch about life and drink whiskey and eat steak, which is also super fun for me as well. So, but yeah, we should hang. Okay, I'm out of here. Let's get this thing restored, and then I'm gonna wrap up. Okay, so we're going to Fiona. We're going to var lib UniFi here. We're gonna move DB into DB dash legacy. We're gonna move DB.original to DB and system cuddle. Restart UniFi. Wait for that to run, and then we'll check this URL one last time. Catch you next time. Have fun. Love to Q. Yeah, I'll tell Q you said hi. Oh man. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Nothing like a Tomcat Apache server error to end the stream on a high note. Am I right? LF var log UniFi star. Okay, so this looks good. There we go. Okay. All right, so it's time to rebuild the network. And so we'll have to go and cycle all the network gear and everything. Thanks for letting me cope. Or restore from backup. I wonder where the last... list backups. You have no... You can upload a backup file. So did I... What did the backup files look like? I guess it doesn't matter. I have all this stuff in here. I'll try to see if I can't find a backup file that I had downloaded at some point. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Anyway, we are good to go. It's working, and I'll just rebuild the network here on the new device, and that's all that matters. Oh, and look, we're already getting Java null pointer exceptions. File not found exception. Auto backup meta.json. Beautiful. Good to know Java is doing exactly what we want Java to do. Okay, new device is online. Stream was a success. UniFi is installed on Debian. We did what we wanted to do. We don't have to fuck with it anymore. It'll just live there on that server on the private network until its days are out. Not a bad way to spend 99 bucks. I think it was a big success. Okay. Thanks, Benson. Benson, I miss you. We should go climb. Also, Benson, if you want to go, we can either go rock climbing or ice climbing tomorrow, depending on how much time you have. If you want to go do either of them. I'm not supposed to be climbing this weekend, but I figured if you and I go, we can do something gentle. So maybe just like a quick couple small something. I don't know. Anyway, hit me up on Signal. Oh, maybe Benson, you know what we can do? When me and Joe go out for steak, you should come and the three of us should go get steak. Because that just sounds like a good time, like a good party. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Who are we going to raid is the question. So we can raid paleontologizing, or we can raid the idea of the id of Alan. You guys want to do dinosaurs or Linux? Or we could raid Theo. So dinosaurs, Linux, or cybersec. Y'all pick one. Which one? First person to answer gets the win. Dinosaurs, Linux, or cybersec? Hard choices. I know. Theo. All right, we're rating Theo. B7H30. Theo. All right. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. I'm your host, Chris Nova. Thanks for coming to the Nova Show. We'll see you next time on the Nova Show. If you're new to the show, welcome. We're glad you came. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you don't know what you are, welcome to your party. I'm your host, Chris Nova. We will see you next time.